And when I was a young fellow, my mother would say, "You boys, I want you to go out and catch a few haddock for supper." Well, my God, that's a miracle now. I'm passionate about utilizing the things that were given to us in a responsible way. You can't find what you find here. And that, to me, is the secret to all of this.
When I first think of Washington County, my first thoughts go to beauty and resilience and an appreciation for hard work. But I think also the sad reality, the economic situation and the poverty.
My father was a clamor, self-employed. We lived, by his money a lot, day to day, and it wasn't much. You was lucky if you got $50 a day, so it wasn't easy.
Well, I was born and raised here, so figured I must as well stay here.
The last 30, 40 years, we've seen everything that people knew and understood and could follow, those clear pathways, is largely disrupted or dissolved. In 1998, I was asked by community members to help them start really an alternative school. And the Cobscook Community Learning Center grew out of 6 months of conversation, weekly conversation, by about 20 people in Washington County. We take learning out of sort of the formal, intentional context of school or college or a training center or this, and really normalize it at the community level.
Double click it, and you can see pictures of the town.
Humans react in such a way that we need those basic needs of food and a place to live and a sense of belonging and trust before we can think about the future.
It is now the job of the schools to advocate for the students, to be that institution that sticks up for them.
There was a time perhaps in our schools where we could say trauma is for the guidance counselor, trauma is for a professional trained, but that's not the case anymore. Every teacher needs to be ready to tackle trauma.
Now we need teachers that are able to not only academically inspire our children, but we need teachers that are there who are going to socially, emotionally support our children and our families.
So I asked how her day was going, and she said, "Well, it's going okay." I said, "Oh, well, why? What makes it just okay?" And she said, "Well, I really miss my mom and dad." But her little classmate goes, "Well, why do you not live with your mom and dad?" And she said, "Well, I was taken by the state. I just thought, here I am trying to teach this child to read. And she's grieving the loss of her family."
Yeah. So when I was 12, I started living on my own because my mom wasn't really there for me, and I would go to foster homes. I've been to 3 different ones, and then I went to a couple shelters too. And then I found a few homes with friends. It's lonely. And it's really hard to cope. You don't really know anything at 12.
I really believe in what the TREAT program is talking about. I really believe in coming into a school and supporting kids where they are, meeting their needs, and then letting them go from there. I think if you give the kids what they need, they can take it from there. They absolutely can.
I think right off in my teaching career, I realized that my greatest role in the classroom was to make sure that individuals felt safe, supported, and they felt they could really move forward in any path that they chose. We know that adverse childhood experiences affect brain development, and we know that relationships are the key to buffering or mitigating the effects of adverse childhood experiences. So I ventured to CCLC one day, and quite unexpectedly I heard about a project called TREE. This was a systemic, collaborative, unified approach to addressing those issues, an emphasis on the intensive support, making sure that we deliver professional development, not just at a school level, but at a county level, the county I love, Washington County, and also rural America.